Well, hello there, motherfuckers. I wanted to do something a little differently here. Like I said in the previous video, I think it was my Raw review, I said I don't normally call people out here on YouTube. And I don't. But I wanted to do something I haven't done in a long time. A video response, but to a big YouTuber. Probably won't even see this. But I've talked about WhatCulture in the past. I've talked about how they're kind of like a video dirt sheet. So WhatCulture, they run their own wrestling promotion in the UK. They think they know everything about wrestling. Now, I do like these guys. I have to say, out of all the people there on WhatCulture, I think I like Simon, the bald guy, the best. And that's the video I'm going to be responding to. Not that I don't like Adam Blimpay, Blimpy like the sandwiches. I don't fucking know, but he comes off like a smarky asshole. I don't like him as much, but I have like a love-hate relationship with them. I like their videos and their presentation, but I a lot of times don't agree with them. So this video that Simon did was Sami Zayn. Why is WWE wasting Sami Zayn? So I wrote down a couple of points and I'm going to respond to it. Why is WWE wasting Sami Zayn? I've talked a lot about Sami Zayn. You might have heard me refer to him as bitch boy cab driver Sami Zayn, the taxi guy. Anyway, let's start off. So one of the points is he's a nice guy like Daniel Bryan. He kept saying this throughout the video. I like Sami Zayn, but sometimes I don't know why. He just looks like a genuinely nice dude. Now, a lot of people have attacked me on this before. Oh, Brad, you always talk against indie darlings, but you always diss Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was a different case, okay? And I think it's pretty fucking obvious there won't be another Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is a guy that, he was not the ideal size, but you could see if you looked at this guy from his Ring of Honor days, this is a guy that hit the gym. McMahon really made him go to the gym. He got a lot bigger than what he was. He used to just kind of be a skinny dude with some charisma and knew how to work, and get some heat on him. And he was a good in-ring technician. But we'd always look at him, and I remember when me and my dad would go to the Ring of Honor events in Lake Grove, Long Island. He'd say, "That guy's really good in the ring. I like him, but the guy has like no tan. He has like no physique at all." And we're like, "Yeah, but I like him. The guy had an aura about him," which Simon says that, But Sami Zayn does not have that aura. Oh, that's your opinion, Brett. Maybe it is. I'm just saying that the crowd doesn't go crazy for Daniel Bryan with the yes chants. And there was a lot of people that would try to disparage Daniel Bryan and say, oh, people just like doing the yes chants. They don't like Daniel Bryan. I don't think that's the case. Because you see, if they just like the yes chants, they would just, they really wouldn't care so much. But when Daniel Bryan was out there the whole time, they'd be doing it. People were buying the t-shirts. He was over. People don't like to admit it for whatever reason. They wanted to see other indie guys get over, and you kind of see that. But nobody was able to match Daniel Bryan's popularity. Not Kevin Owens, not Austin Aries, not Sami Zayn, not Fuckboy Balor. None of these guys even come close to that. So you want to talk about it factor, I'm sorry, but Sami Zayn just doesn't have it. The guy is talented in the ring, but being a big star in WWE is so much more. And comparing him to Daniel Bryan, despite what people say, there's a reason why he is the GM on SmackDown. He is loved, he is liked, and a lot of people liked the guy, and they knew he was a genuinely nice guy. When that guy would smile, the whole crowd would smile with him. It's not a good comparison. I'm sorry. He's a glorified jobber, and he shouldn't be. He's saying he's too talented for that. Yes, he is a glorified jobber. He lost to Aiden English. I think that's taking it really far. They're really showing where they stand on Zayn. When them Aiden English is a guy that they really don't know what to do with. He's a guy they're just throwing around currently. They fired his partner Simon Gotch for whatever weird reason. They let him keep his little singing gimmick that he had, and he's not going anywhere. But they're having him get little wins over people, and I'm just like, he beat Ty Dillinger, for example. He beat Sami Zayn. So the funny thing is, you see where it's going with these guys. You people might like Zayn, and you might like Ty Dillinger, but a lot of people don't. They don't give a shit about them, and that's why they're not really, really upping their ante at all. They're not really going places. That's why Zayn is currently a jobber. You can see that he's not really interested in doing anything different. I don't know. They killed that neurotic gimmick. It might have started to get him over. He started that with Kurt Angle, but I don't know. They're doing away with it. They don't want to do it. So yeah, he is a glorified jobber for good reason. He doesn't show a lot of flexibility. He doesn't really have a lot going for him. That's the thing. He was once compared to Eva Marie. I don't really know what you mean by this. I guess backstage, that he's not very liked, or I don't know if that. Well, that means at one point they thought that Eva Marie had potential to be the top person in the women's division. But comparing, Eva Marie was hot. That's exactly, the reason why I wanted to see her on the main roster, and why I was like, yeah, go with it, go. I want to see Eva Marie. I don't give a shit if she's a good wrestler or not. I'm not one of those people, oh, you're a sexist. I just want to see some hot chicks. I mean, Eva Marie looks good. If, her getting a spot on the roster means that I get to see more of her, I was all for it. Sami Zayn, not so much. I don't really get the comparison he was trying to make there, though. I need to know a little bit more information. If anybody knows about that, let me know in the comments. He sees a title run in his future. Really? Because I'm looking out on the horizon of Sami Zayn, and I don't really see it. Nope. Now, maybe the visibility's bad. I don't know. It's kind of cloudy out today. There's a little bit of a low fog. Nah. Title run, not in the cards for Sami Zayn. They haven't even given him a single title. They gave him the NXT title. That's a developmental title at best. They're not going to give this guy any titles. I don't think it's going to happen. They've got way more talented guys that are way more flexible, that have a better look to choose from, and it's just not going to happen. Like he mentioned at the start of the video, there's way too many people to push. It would look stupid pushing everybody. They've already given the world title to too many guys. He's not built like a tank, but I thought we were past that. It doesn't matter that he doesn't go to the gym. That doesn't bother me. But I still like when people do. Now, Simon obviously goes to the gym. He understands, that more times than not, wrestlers get their look by going to the gym. It helps them stand out. And plus, they're in a physical activity, right? Most of the time, they're with their shirts off. They probably want to look good for the cameras. And it's not about, oh, McMahon liking sexy shirtless men. That's how it is. They're athletes. It's the same thing in the UFC. They do tell them not to work out as much because it makes them too stiff, because that's different. But, the thing is, most of the time, wrestlers try to look good for the camera, and it only helps out their careers because it shows that they're dedicated. It shows that they want to be seen. It shows that they're willing to work hard to get success and notoriety in this business. And see, Simon, I'm disappointed to hear you say that. I knew obviously you probably thought that, but the same reason that you work out, you need to understand why Sami Zayn needs to work out. Because it's not only that, he doesn't even care about how he looks. His gut is hanging over. I mean, you know who else had that problem? Bo Dallas did. But at least you could see that the guy, worked on other parts of his body, that he was in shape. He just had like a flawed abdomen. A flawed abdomen. You could say that. There's a new term right there. But it doesn't make any sense, really, what you're saying, that it doesn't matter. It does, because it's a physical form of entertainment. Just like in a movie, that you have to look a certain way. You have to look the part. I keep saying this over and over. Yes, he might be good in the ring. He might be capable of doing some cool things in the ring. He might have had some good matches with Cesaro and stuff in NXT. He might be, known for having good matches with Kevin Owens and, when he was El Generico or whatever. But that doesn't matter, because WWE is sports entertainment. It's not supposed to be pure wrestling. It's supposed to be a little bit of something for everybody, and you need to look the part. We should put him in the main event and see how he does. I'm sorry, but putting him in the main event just to see how he does is not enough. You need to be over first, okay? So, I understand why they want to put Shitcake Nakamurphy in the main event to a point, because they're listening to the hardcore fans. But like I said, these hardcore fans are very ADD. Zayn comes out and half the people don't even fucking care anymore. Now, you could blame that on WWE, but the fact of the matter is, no one was ever that fucking crazy for Sami Zayn in the first place. They went crazy for him when it was like 200, 300 people, in Orlando. But they're not, at the Full Sail University. But that's a whole different story. You can't expect the guy to get the same reaction in a bigger building. Not unless you're going to do more than him. Guys that are larger than life get a larger than life reaction. And Sami Zayn is smaller than life. He's not good enough to get those big reactions. And the thing is, you like him, so you want to see him do well. I get that. I really do. You have a guy that you like, but the fact of the matter is this, at the end of the day with this whole list, you've got a guy like Zack Ryder, who truly was over at one point, who had a way better body. He's gotten even bigger now. The guy showed that he had a personality, and he also is a glorified jobber. So you can't sit there and act all surprised when a guy like Sami Zayn, who doesn't even look as nearly as impressive, not even like 0.1% of the way, you can't act surprised by that. When you have a guy that's, bigger in stature, you just, that should be perplexing to you. I'm saying, like, I would like to see Zack Ryder get a real chance, but they're not going to give it to him. You can't be surprised when a guy like Sami Zayn is not getting over looking the way he does. And I really, I get you like him, you don't know why, I understand, you just, you like the guy. You're entitled to your opinion. But if you can't really see why a guy like Daniel Bryan got over, a guy like him is not getting over, well, that's the point right there. He's not over. He's not over. Just because he has notoriety in Indies, it's not enough. I'm sorry, that's like the same argument I make about Nakamurphy. Just because he's popular in Japan and the Smarks like him, that's not enough of a reason to put him over the top two guys of the past decade. Daniel Bryan had the whole crowd on his side. People were about to fucking destroy the building at the Royal Rumble because Daniel Bryan didn't win it. I mean, that's just the truth right there. That's being over. The fact when a whole crowd is just so much on your side, that you could, that it affected them that much. Daniel Bryan was selling shirts. Look at Sami Zayn's shirt. Look at that shit, that guy running. Oh, that. You fucking kidding me? Who would walk around with that shit in public? Trying not to get mad at you, Simon, because I like you. I do. I like you as a commentator. But the thing is, if you can't see that also vital correlation and that comparison between the two and how it just doesn't fit, I don't think you're ever going to get your answer of why Sami Zayn is being wasted. Because the real reason why he's being wasted is because he's not that great. He got hired based on the hype from all the indie fans, on the message boards and in the YWC, all singing his praises and shit. But the fact of the matter is this, it wasn't enough. It was like the same thing when they hired Loki. The guy thought that, he was too big for his britches. He thought he should be a world champion. It wasn't enough that they give the guy a shot at the, what was it, the Intercontinental title. That wasn't enough for him. He needed to have big success right away. What a fucking bunch of horse shit. So these indie guys think that they're better than what they are. And maybe Sami Zayn is not like that. Maybe that's what you're getting at, that he doesn't have a big ego and everything. That's good. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. That doesn't warrant success right away because you don't have a big ego, just because you're humble. There's a lot of people out there that are humble. There's a lot of people out there on the street. There's bums that are humble, for example. Too proud to beg for money. But the thing is, we're not going to make them big Hollywood stars. We're not going to make them the CEOs of major corporations. It's just not going to happen. Because you see, it's just not in the cards for them. It's just, it doesn't look right. Sami Zayn wearing a big gold belt, that don't look right. So why is Sami Zayn being wasted? Because he sucks. That's why. It's been your YWC champ, signing out.